Denver Broncos. And a momentary delay as they take care of some debris on the football field. And here we go before what we know is going to be a raucous crowd, and they already are completely into it in Indianapolis. Biasucci to Natil, and Ricky from the 4-yard line. Looking to turn the corner, does at the 20, and then is run out of bounds at about the 27-yard line, tackled by Freddie Robinson. And so here is Elway. John injuring his knee and his ankle, but it was the ankle that kept him in street clothes last week at Pittsburgh. Back he comes tonight. Only 7 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So a not too typical Elway type of season. Dorsett and Winder the running backs. Natil and Johnson the wideouts. Clarence Kay is the tight end. We'll also see a lot of Mark Jackson at wide receiver. And we'll watch Keith Bishop at left guard with a broken thumb. From the 27-yard line, Tony Dorsett takes it out to the 33. Dorsett has been carrying about 15 to 20 times a game this season, but his average only 3.7 yards per carry. Defensively now for Indianapolis, the 3-man front, Joe Klecko, who was released by the Jets, signed with Indianapolis, prolongs his career here. They love O'Brien, Alston, the rookie linebacker. Young came from Seattle, the veterans Krause and Biquette. Hood and Daniel are the corners. Robinson and Pryor are the safeties, and Dorsett is stopped for no gain. Byron Darby, who sees a lot of action at nose tackle, he alternates with Klecko, makes the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 5 upcoming.
And as Denver moves into the pass situation, we talked with John Elway last night, missed last week with the ankle injury from 2 weeks ago. He says that he can run to his right. He can be fleshed out and move to his right. If he has to go to his left, it's going to be very difficult. That ankle, the injury on the inside, and will make it very difficult for him to go to his left.
3rd down and 5 at the 32-yard line. Elway out of the shotgun for the first time. And incomplete. Intended for Natil and broken up by Willie Tullis, the cornerback. Tullis and the ball getting there together, and the Broncos are forced to kick.
Well, it certainly appears that the kind of week it's been here in Indianapolis with all the festivities has transmitted itself over to the football team. The Colts have taken the field at what I would call a fever pitch, to say the least. Good coverage by Tullis. Look how, not even a stutter step when he read the break by Natil, closes on the football and made a play on what was really a good pass by John Elway.
Horan has trouble with the snap, but is able to get it away. And out of bounds, and they will line it up and mark it out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Credit Horan there. We mentioned Bishop. The hand that's broken is the left hand, not the right. He's normally one of the best snappers in football. The Broncos think he is the best, but that time Horan was able to bail him out.
Keith Bishop, normally a one-handed snapper anyway, doing it predominantly with his right hand. So the Colts at least don't figure that it affects him that much, but with that cast on the left, I can't see how it can't play a part in the snap.
So now Indianapolis and their rookie quarterback, Chris Chandler, from the 31-yard line. 3rd-round draft choice out of Washington, and the top quarterback selected in last spring's draft. Goes right to the air, completes it to Brooks, and Brooks is stopped by the last man, Harden. Only Harden between Brooks and the end zone, and Harden makes the tackle, and a big gainer for the Colts on their first play from scrimmage. 39.
This obviously the defense against Eric Dickerson.
And Dickerson's first carry nets him about 6 as he takes it to the 24. Here's the tight end and the offensive line. A pretty good one. Hinton is back. Donaldson is the center, but Ron Salt has been dealt to Philadelphia. 2nd down and 4 at the 24-yard line. Dickerson, you'll see a lot of this tonight, and especially if it results in that sort of game. Greg Cragen makes
Cutback to the side of the Denver defense where they didn't have a linebacker.
The down position, if they want to go to 5-man line, they can do that also with Simon Fletcher, the linebacker. As Dan mentioned, only 2 of them. Rick Dennison is in the middle.
And you'll notice in the secondary, Dennis Smith is back. He had been out with a hamstring pull. Back in the lineup. First down, Indianapolis at the Denver 18-yard line. No score. Early first quarter. Eric Dickerson's third carry, and again a good one as he takes it to the 12-yard line.
If you look at it on paper, it's tough to refute.
Just stating facts, man.
Second down and 4 as he nears the 10,000-yard mark for his career. Second and 4. And they give it to Dickerson on a delay. Cuts it back to the outside, but this time he's wrapped up. Number 61, Andre Townsend. Good day yesterday.
Boy, you said the crowd was going to be raucous tonight. What about us up here?
Just the facts, man. Third down and 4. Inside the 13, and Dickerson breaks the tackle. Touchdown.
The great ones do that.
Well, it's a three-way trade that has all of the clubs involved very happy right now. Buffalo 8-1. They can't complain. They've got Bennett. Rams doing well. They're 7-2. They've got all the draft picks. And Indianapolis has this man, Eric Dickerson.
And that time takes it off right tackle in for an easy touchdown.
So they soften him up early on the 39-yard pass from Chandler to Brooks, and then it's Dickerson for the rest of the yardage all the way into the end zone as Biasucci's extra point attempt is good, and 5 minutes and 19 seconds into the game, it's 7-0 Colts.
Right into the trap man, bounces off, easy stride into the end zone, and Dan, you sounded an ominous warning at the beginning of the
24-hour room service here in Indianapolis.
And who says the folks from the Midwest can't get wild?
Yeah, who said that?
Who said it?
Who dat? Biasucci kicks off. Fielded by Kenny Bell at the 7. And he brings it back out to the 30-yard line. Another look now at Dickerson, and as stated, this could be...
And if they don't do something to corral this guy, I'm not going to speculate this early in the ball game, but he's capable of astronomical numbers.
End around, Ricky Nattiel breaks a tackle in the backfield and turns it into a nice gain, a 9-yard pickup. And he's brought down from behind by Barry Krause, and there's a penalty marker down, the first of the game. This crew headed by referee Jerry Markbright.
Flags came in real late from the...
I mean, that is an amazing stat.
First and 20 from the 20-yard line. And Elway airs it out for Nattiel, and it is almost intercepted, knocked down by Chris Good. As the pass hung, Nattiel had gotten behind Good, but Good able to get back and knock it down. It'll be second and 20.
Frank, you and I both looked at each other.
Second and 20, good protection. Open man over the middle is Nattiel, and he gets about 6. They give him room underneath to roam. It's still third down and 14 at the 26-yard line with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Colts ahead 7-0.
Here's where the noise factor in the Hoosier Dome is going to come into play with the Denver offense. Third and long yardage, they'll go to the shotgun formation, at least they ordinarily would. They have a domed facility in Denver where they practice, and they practice with loudspeakers playing crowd noise all week, getting ready for tonight.
Which were broken last week, so all the players got on the sidelines and chipped in.
Third and 13, they sent 4 receivers out into the pattern, and some miscommunication there with Mark Jackson and Ricky Nattiel both in the same area. And they looked at each other as if what was going on.
Too early to make a judgment, but as you watch John Elway, he really is not driving off that right foot. Now, he can throw that distance easily with his arm. He doesn't come off like he strides into it ordinarily.
It's really difficult to tell which one of those two guys was the intended receiver, but one thing for sure, it's not by design that both of them were within a couple of yards of each other downfield.
Horan having a great year, and the left-footed kicker. This one is a short kick, and it bounces sideways along the 45-yard line and is down there. So Horan averaging 46 yards a kick, and that one is just 28. So Indianapolis has it near midfield. 8:21 to go in the quarter. 7-0 Colts. In that shot.
It all happened out here in the Midwest, too, didn't it?
Yep. Halloween in Indianapolis. It's a Halloween start for the Denver defense as Indianapolis rolled to a score on their first possession, and now from the 44, Chandler Flushed out of the pocket and then brought down at the 44-yard line. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Freddie Gilbert, number 90 in the depth chart, and now number 1 and has been since the 4th week of the season. 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line. That's Matt Booza in motion. And over the middle, underthrown, intended for Booza. 3rd down, 9. Colts from the 45. Bentley and Dickerson are the running backs. And Andre Townsend, unless he was drawn off, all the time. Now it's the veteran quarterback, Gary Hogeboom, and here's the wishbone. They went to the wishbone last week against San Diego, and they bring it out again tonight. And this time they send Wansley in motion on 3rd down and 4, and Hogeboom has his pass tipped and incomplete, intended for Pat Von Stark to kick halfway through the first quarter. High booming punt. The Teal falls for the fair catch. That's just a decoy, though, and it takes a good Indianapolis bounce and is down at the 6-yard line. So Denver pin deep. 7:13 to play. First quarter, 7-0 Colts. A lot of face mask penalties in Indianapolis tonight. Halloween night at the Hoosier Dome. Well, you talk about a monster defense.
Boy, that scared me.
Got these fans in with icebreakers.
Oh, you guys are so cute down in the truck.
Denver starts at its own 7-yard line in the noisy Hoosier Dome, and Sammy Winder takes it out to the 13-yard line. Funny thing about Winder, here's a guy who's been around his 7th year in the league. He's never averaged 4 yards a carry until now, and part of the reason is a lot of the pressure was taken off with Tony Dorsett coming over from Dallas. He's been the main man, and Winder has been his backup. Even though the two line up together off times, Winder has about half of Dorsett's carries. There he is through his career, a 3.7 average. Picked up 6 there, 2nd and 4. Give it to Winder again. And he takes the ball out to the 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 1.5 yards. Barry Krause and Dwayne Pickett make the tackle.
I guess the Broncos did spend some time watching the tapes of last year's Super Bowl. On 2 consecutive plays now, they've run the old counter gap play, made famous by the Redskins. Once to the left, that time they came back to the right. And I guess Danny's no dummy. If it works for somebody else, there's no reason why it can't work for you.
Hard to find a team without it today.
3rd and 1 from the 16. Orson Mobley is the man in motion. And Elway on a roll finds Pat Kelly. Fumble if he had possession, and Indianapolis has it. And a flag goes down. Pat Kelly, the number 3 tight end, had it, had a first down, coughed it up, and Chris Gould recovers.
Flag was again very late.
I think it's going to be Barry Krause, the inside linebacker, that strips the ball. When Kelly releases and just runs about a 2-yard pattern downfield, Barry Krause comes all the way out from the middle and makes a play. Makes the hit and brings out the ball.
Mark right here.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, number 88, after the play was over. First down.
That's Clarence Kay, and that'll push the ball all the way to the 10-yard line.
All right, look at Barry Krause, number 55 to the left. Now watch him hustle out here. He's going to hit Kelly from behind, and you know, Kelly never really put that ball away.
You know what he was trying to do, Dan? He was trying to put it into his right arm.
Get it away from Krause. You're exactly right.
And he had the first down. Watch once again. He'll get it in the left arm. Now he tries to switch it back like he should to run with it in the right arm. It's gone.
It is gone, and the hustling Colts make the fumble recovery and more laundry.
On a 1st and goal, the nose of the ball was right at the 10, so they can't get a first down without a touchdown.
Full start, number 64, offense. First down.
That's Ben Utt. It pushes the ball back to the 15-yard line. Meanwhile, Kelly was in the game, the rookie out of Syracuse, the number 3 tight end. They had 3 tight ends in on that formation, 3rd and 1. That's his first ever NFL catch, but one he'd like to forget. First and goal. Now Chandler back in. Holgeboom has won one play out of the wishbone. Dickerson cuts it back to the outside and steps out of bounds after a gain of 4 at the 11. He's run out of bounds by the cornerback Jeremiah Castillo. Second and goal from the 11. They give it to Dickerson. And Dickerson has his second touchdown. Mark Boyer threw the block to spring him. And with 5:30,
because he's so gifted.
14-0 in the 7 prior games in the history of the Colt-Bronco rivalry. The Colts had never scored a first quarter touchdown, and they have 2 here tonight. They lead 14-0, and the Broncos have to think back to last week against Pittsburgh when they were
First down in the ball game. That was late in the second quarter.
And here they're down 14-0 as Biasucci kicks off. He angles it. It's fielded up at the 11-yard line by Jason Johnson, who was activated for tonight's game. He's a wide receiver. He brings it back out to the 28. He is stopped there by Jeff Harrod. So John Elway, who missed last week's game, Kubiak guided them, and then Ken Karcher came in at the end and wound up throwing a touchdown pass. And Elway down by 14 to lead him from the 27. Now, Cleveland and Houston on Monday Night Football. First and 10, Denver from the 28-yard line, and the whistle stopped the play before the first and 15. 2 punts and a fumble and a first and 15, and they're down 14-0. Elway much too high. Intended for Vance Johnson. Second and 15.
Coming back to beat the Broncos, and John, he took full blame for it.
Shotgun and a mocking Elway chant a la Darrell for Strawberry on second and 15. The catch is made by Natil, and Ricky is dropped at the 32.
Can get the 3 of them healthy, and when he finally does, it's Elway that's not healthy.
Third down 4, Denver from the 33-yard line. And Elway throws, and he first down, and the price is paid by Vance Johnson, hit hard by Willie Tullis. But a first down threw it through the air. Dorsett last night was lamenting the fact, he said, when we fall behind 3-0, we go to the air. Unlike Dallas. They fake to Dorsett. Elway going to the air again, and down he goes in a heap at the 28-yard line. The charge led by O'Brien Olsen. Second and 21. He steps up and then fires complete, and if it is complete, it's a fumble, and it's picked up and run back to the 23-yard line. A completed pass, and it's Craig Swope who gives Indianapolis the ball after Mark Jackson fumbles.
And I don't believe that's the homecoming that Jackson had.
2-yard line. Indianapolis on top 14-0. Replay booth said the replay was inconclusive. That's why they did not overrule. Dickerson. He just draws up his own running pattern, doesn't he, at the 18-yard line?
Regain their confidence. You could just feel it. The couple of days that we've been here, they feel very strong that they can get back in and perhaps pull a wild card out, even though they're 3-5 coming into tonight.
Second and 5 from the 18-yard line. Dickerson again. He's already scored twice. And a first down at the 11-yard line, and that Denver, he had 169 yards last week against San Diego, but no run longer than 14. First and 10 at the 12. Dickerson again, and he adds to his league-leading rushing total. Early ever done it 6 consecutive seasons.
He's done a lot of things no one has ever done. He's going to do a lot more.
Second down and 7 from the 9. His 4th straight carry is almost his 3rd touchdown. It's 1st and goal at the 1. Here's the whistle. With Dickerson as the left halfback. Wansley and Bentley are the other backs. They give it to Dickerson, and his 5th straight carry is his 3rd touchdown of the night.
They could have scored on the neck bone. Just give it to him.
It's almost moved, because even had he not gotten in on 2nd and goal, I would have liked their chances.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that explanation is going to cut it in Denver.
No.
All you have to do is touch that goal line with the...
Who is that?
Oh, who puffed that one up?
They got a picture of your ego.
Oh, now, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Come on, Frank. We're out of here.
Elvira's going to do the 2nd quarter.
Right.
They give great color.
Kenny Bell from the goal line. Back out to the 21-yard line. Orlando Lowry. Yeah. That's Mark Spitz on the left there.
That would be scarier. I have to admit, I've never had any of those. I wear those big boxers with flowers on them.
That's not what Debbie said.
Play golf in green pants with alligators on them.
Look at this baby.
Life size.
I don't know if the dome can hold that one. Dan, more hot air, huh? 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Dorsett.
And I think one of the things that we have to do,
as the 2nd quarter begins with a fumble.
What a nightmare.
And the 2nd quarter begins the way the 1st quarter ends, with a fumble by Denver and a recovery by Klecko of the Colts.
The worst fears, I think, of Danny Reeves, Denver Bronco fans, maybe perhaps themselves, are being realized tonight.
Over 3 times, Chandler asks for quiet at the 19-yard line. And it's Dickerson who takes it to the 14. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Boyer and Townsend in on the tackle. Of course, the Broncos were
versus tide of the Colts tonight. If this continues, I think this franchise is in trouble for a while to come.
2nd down and 6 from the 15-yard line. It's Dickerson again, and this time they stop him after a gain over the past several seasons at Denver. Is now, of course, the Raiders head coach. 3rd down, 5 from the 14. Too high for Brooks, off his fingertip. For him, he's made 27 straight, make it 29 straight from 45 in. 31-yard attempt. Officially, as it will be spotted outside the 21-yard line. Clark puts it down. And he splits the uprights.
Does that jump off that foot? He's having a great year. 4 50-yarders already.
24-0. Denver tied 24 all in overtime. Bob Thomas tries to win it with a 47-yard field goal for the Chargers. Blocked by Dennis Smith. Picked up by Louis Wright, who takes it in for a touchdown. Broncos beat the Chargers 30-24. Indianapolis on top 24-0. 13-22 to play in the first half. Already a very active night with a field goal and 3 extra points. A yard in, it's Kenny Bell coming out with it. Cuts back the other way and returns it to the 28.
Ryan's backup, and he was the center in there the last series when Elway and Ruther mishandled the snap.
From the 28-yard line. Elway fires over the middle, and it's dropped by Orson Mobley at the 34-yard line.
Bryant is on the side of the Cardinals while they were still in St. Louis, and now backing up here in Indianapolis. But tonight, I mean in Denver rather, but here tonight in Indianapolis, having to play.
On 2nd and 10, down goes Elway at the 17-yard line.
Guys, Juriga, all he wanted last time around.
3rd and 19 from the shotgun. 4 receivers out into the pattern. Elway on that gimpy ankle, and he can't go anywhere.
And out.
Oh, he'd still be running.
Yep, not capable of it tonight.
And they've changed snappers. It's Keith Karts instead of Bishop who does the snapping. Horan's kick is fielded at the 46-yard line by Bill Brooks, and he takes it to the 41. So again, in Indianapolis. A nightmare for Denver and a great night for the Colts as Monday Night Football comes to Indiana for the first time ever. Broncos huddling on the sideline after the last series. They're already down 24-0.
Team meeting or team prayer?
I don't know, both. Indianapolis at the 41-yard line, and Dickerson's huge night continues, his 4th touchdown.
Fast. Even in the secondaries, they came down on him. They take that wrong angle, and they end up trying to get to him with an arm, and you never will get him with an arm.
Biasucci tacks on point number 31. Collier, who watched his defense shredded last week and annihilated tonight. Colts making it look like a scrimmage, or among others. Most rushing touchdowns in the game, and he's done it with 11:47 to go in the first half. Biasucci kicks off. Taken at the 5-yard line by Jason Johnson. And the just activated Johnson. But in Baltimore, then the franchise moved. And of course, he cast his lot and very successfully with Denver. Dorsett picks up 3, takes it to the 13, and another marker is down, I think, for a face mask on.
And we've seen it tonight. He is very quick.
Broncos just happy to have a first down. And Winder takes it out to the 30-yard line. He picks up 2. It'll be 2nd down.
A 39-21 loss.
From the 30 on 2nd and 8. With Mobley in motion. Elway, good protection, and he hits Johnson for a first down at the Indianapolis 47-yard line. Vance Johnson cutting out at the Colts 47-yard line. And Elway going deep for Mark Jackson, and he makes the catch at the 2-yard line. A great catch. The coverage by Chris Good, and Jackson making the catch and staying inbounds at the 2. 1st and goal.
Well thrown. Great reception and good coverage by Good.
And just an excellent study and concentration here by Mark Jackson. Watch him concentrate on the football. Really good coverage by Good, as Frank said, but look at Jackson continue to move downfield and yet concentrate, keeping his eyes on the ball. I mean, you can't fault anyone here. Excellent throw, excellent route and catch, and really good coverage by Good.
Jackson, of course, has to think where his feet are, both having to come down inbounds, and he concentrates, pulls it in, holds on to it, both feet inbounds.
They are reviewing it.
But John just throws this right in there. That's not bad by Good. Look how he's in front of Sewell. That's just a perfect pass.
And a lot of smoke on it. Also 3 good passes by Elway, but perhaps more importantly, good protection for him, because he is not the mobile Elway that we watched in the past with that ankle.
Carlos's extra point is good, so at least the Broncos don't just roll over and die. They go 90 yards, led by Elway. 9:54 to go in the half. Indianapolis now leading 31-7. Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, and Dan Deerdorf. 31-7 Colts. Broncos just driving for a touchdown. Carlos kicks off, and it bounces at the 3 and then bounces out of bounds. As you might suspect, in the nether regions of the Hoosier Dome. Did you get them their tickets, Frank?
What a happy crowd, though.
No, but we know who did.
Yeah, right. We sure do.
My nose is not broken that badly.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot help it. My features are distinctive.
Right. Larry Zonka.
My nose isn't broken that bad.
At the 35-yard line. The Colts with Chandler. And Dickerson behind him, who's already run for 4 touchdowns. And Eric picks up 5. He's already rushed for 117 yards.
Who it was against by Nevers.
Second and 5 from the 40. On a draw, it's Dickerson. And he takes it out to the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1. 21 tonight. And out of the wishbone with Hogaboom calling the signals.
The Dallas Cowboys.
From the 41. Boy, it looks crazy to see an NFL team lined up in the wishbone. And it's Wansley from the 47-yard line. And Hogaboom going deep for Brooks. He makes the catch despite Hayes having position and then runs it in for a touchdown. Underthrown. We still have 7:08 to play in the half. And Indianapolis has already scored 38 points. Franchise record most points in a half by the Colts when they were in Baltimore.
If I were a running back, say, oh, let me have this one. You can really run the numbers up.
Biasucci from the 4-yard line. Jason Johnson tackled out of the Pacific. Elway on a deep drop sets up a screen for Dorsett. And Tony has a 1st down. He's run out of bounds up at the 46-yard line.
Receiver out of the backfield. That's only his 12th reception of the football season.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. And they give it to Tony D. Fumble at the 47-yard line. And another Colt recovery. Donnell Thompson with from the 46-yard line. Chandler back in at quarterback. And he throws in a fingertip stretching, reaching catch made by Matt Booza. And the crowd with a
Living out frustrations, too. They have had a tough season coming into tonight. They've won the last 2, but they feel they're all together once again.
From the 28-yard line, it's Dickerson for a gain of 3 to the 25. And O.J. Simpson had never gone over the 2,000 figure. 2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line. Albert Bentley to the 23. Bentley's a real good. 3rd and 5 from the 23. Looked like Barry Switzer designed the play. Bentley gets stopped after a pickup of 1.
Did you see who was the lead blocker on that play? Eric Dickerson. He came out and really put a good block on Dennis Smith. And Eric Dickerson, a little more than just a ball carrier. I think we'll get a look at it. Look at Dickerson to the left here. He's going to take on Dennis Smith, and really an effective block. Kicks him to the outside, lifts him up, spins him around. Look at this. Get after him, Eric.
What was he running down in SMU? Did they?
Nashville is part of the Pony Express. Biasucci's 40-yard field goal attempt is no good.
Ooh, he
That's a scoop.
Hooked it into the woods.
The only thing that hasn't gone right tonight. 5, and they still think they can get back in it. Flecko once again.
In better shape. And he's playing good football for the Colts now.
1st and 5. Elway drops it off underneath. The catch is made by Clarence Porter. Elway to Winder. And Sammy is stopped up at the 38.
Was right tackle Joel Patton. And boy, what an impressive group they've been tonight.
2nd down and 5 from the 38-yard line as Elway has time and hits Natil. Natil looking for the sideline, and he can't get out of bounds. He does get the 1st down. He's dragged down by the rookie out of Maryland, O'Brien. 2.5 minutes to go in the half. 38-7 Colts. Elway under pressure and throws it out of bounds. Over
Action waves like that. There's no mercy in this league.
No mercy for Elway. The mocking chant of Elway, who steps up and runs for the first down and more, and then slides at the 36-yard line. And Elway 38-7. That says it all, huh? Two minutes to play in the half. 38-7 Indianapolis. Denver's ball at the Colts 35-yard line. First and 10. All three timeouts left for the Broncos. Elway out of the shotgun. And Sewell in traffic. Second down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Colts jump off. Flag is down. Could be a free play. Elway throwing for Johnson, and it's picked off in the end zone, but you've got a penalty marker.
The one-step rule is in effect. You can't take more than one step and hit the quarterback. And you see the hat right in the small of the back, and that's a good call. You can't hit a guy in the back with the top of your helmet. That's going to draw a flag every time. It wasn't so much the steps. I would agree with that it's the way he hit him in the small of the back with the crown of his helmet. That's going to draw the flag.
Out of the shotgun on first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Elway, Johnson, nice move to the outside. Figures to be back in the Chicago lineup after being hurt yesterday at Foxborough. First and goal, Denver at the 9-yard line with Mateel in motion. A lot of movement, but no flags, and Dorsett takes the ball to the 2-yard line west. Seattle would have the lead by a game. Sewell in motion on first and goal. Elway has it batted away, intended for Clarence Kay.
You better make plays like that. That's a lot to give up for an inside linebacker.
89 and 90. Second and goal. Sammy Winder goes nowhere. Number 55, Barry, a play back in on third down and goal from the 5, and Elway has it tipped away, intended for Vance Johnson. Mike Pryor covering, and it will be fourth down and goal. And with 1:04, and you're down by 31.
You could see Dan there signal to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll talk
Better angle.
That's about the only thing wrong Indianapolis has done this half.
Yeah. 27-yard attempt. Kubiak to spot the ball at the 17-yard line. And the kick is just good. And in fact, that 5 yards may have made the difference.
Ed Reeves suffered a stroke and now recovering down in Albany, Georgia.
Onside.
Spent time with him.
Instead, they kick it to the 5-yard line. It's taken there by Albert Bentley. And Bentley has a pass, and Carlos is the man who trips him up as he takes it out to the 44-yard line. Carlos making the tackle.
Able to catch Bentley.
Now the Colts have 2 timeouts remaining in the half if they want to utilize those from the 45-yard line. They're not content to sit on the lead. They're going for more. Booza makes the catch. And that's a first down at the 40-yard line.
This is the maturation of Chandler, the quarterback, as well. This is valuable experience for him. Only a rookie.
And they've got Biasucci, remember, who's as good as they come to kick field goals. So they're almost within range. Chandler for Verdun. Touchdown. The speed man, Clarence Verdun. His first catch of the night. He beats Jeremiah Castillo.
First half.
45 of them for Indianapolis. That makes it 45 to 10.
That's the problem. Green Bay. Was that a Monday night game?
Yes, it was against the Redskins.
That's right. I remember that.
Kenny Bell from the 7-yard line. Three flags make it 4.
Starting to surface on Dan Reeves. I think he's trying to say that one of the Colts turned his back, and that's why.
Illegal block. Number 95 on the return. First down.
Steve Bryan. Let's see if we can take a look at it. Right there at the bottom of your screen, see number 95, Steve Bryan.
Against John Holt, I believe, Dan.
That's number 21, John Holt, that he gets buried. Clearly a good call. Whether or not Holt turned his back and drew the block is relatively inconsequential.
Dorsett out to the 35-yard line. And that's the end of a green first half for Indianapolis. A complete treat for the Colts and a bad trick for Denver on Halloween night at the Hoosier Dome. At halftime, 45-10 Indianapolis, and returns. They will get the ball to start the second half. Bentley fields at the 1 and brings it back out to the 22-yard line. Stopped there by Bruce. 55-point first half. The rookie out of Washington, Chris Chandler. Third-round draft choice. Starts him from the 22. Dickerson with 4 touchdowns as the sole running back. And Eric's first carry of the second half is another gem. A first down, and out of bounds he goes after a pickup of close.
Particularly with a young quarterback. They want to work this young quarterback. He is their future, they feel. So they don't want to get merciful with somebody who can really use the on-the-job training.
First and 20 from the 12. This is Bentley, and he's tackled. Action put on Harden last year when he ran over and threw him for a touchdown.
Bo was back yesterday stomping around.
Sometimes you give it, sometimes you receive it.
Second and 18 from the 14-yard line. Pump fake. And then the open man is found at the 31-yard line. Making the catch there is now. Here's Hogaboom, or it's the wishbone, and not the shotgun, as Wansley carries for a first down to the 30.
Certainly made it well known over the course of his career that he'd prefer to take the football out of that tailback position.
Dickerson swings to the outside. Doesn't matter where he takes it or how. He gets to the 50-yard line.
Baltimore, Denver.
I think it's Indianapolis.
All right.
Out of the shotgun. From the 50. First and 10. Bentley looking for a first down, and he gets it. Out of bounds he goes at the 38-yard line. Colts at the Broncos 38-yard line. Opening drive, second half. 45-10 Indianapolis. And Chandler goes to the right side and winds up hitting the tight end. Mark,
And very intelligent young man. I want to tell you a little story about their playbook after this play.
second and 4 from the 32. Bentley gets across the 30. It'll be third down and 1.
Higher than anyone the Colts had ever tested before.
The only thing he hasn't memorized to this point is the wishbone, because here's Hogaboom back into running on third down and 1. Off the fake, he keeps, and he looks like an Oklahoma Sooner as he takes it to the 24. Indianapolis averaging a first down every first down. 11.6 yards from the 27. It is batted and then caught by a lineman at the 30-yard line. The block. Second and 13. Here's Dickerson. And he's wrapped up by Cragen after a pickup of 2 weapons. Third and 10. Dickerson, the sole setback. And they do run him, and he exploits the hole, and he gets to the 12 for a first down. First and 10 at the 12. Bentley is the running back. It's dropped by Chandler. He picks it up, and then he gets tackled by Ryan back at the 14-yard line. Second and 12 from just inside the 14-yard line. Donaldson, one of 6 Colts to go to the Pro Bowl last year. Bentley On that same play that they ran with Dickerson a moment ago, he takes it to the 10-yard.
Tough to do when you know you can do it also, to sit back and subordinate your own desires.
Now out of the shotgun on 3rd and 7 from the 10. Dickerson goes out into the pattern, and then it's batted and incomplete. Trying to throw it over the middle, and I believe it was Sean Knight who was in his.
Pretty classy of Ryan, though. He pulled up on that one. Let him out of the grasp.
Biasucci now a 27-yard field goal attempt. Start to hold. And the kick is good. So they have the ball for the first 8 minutes, 26 seconds of the 3rd quarter. And Indianapolis now leads 48-10.
That's
Indianapolis. What a couple.
You're versatile, Al. You're everywhere.
Everywhere. Works the booth, the field, hotels, whole thing. Dean Biasucci kicking off, something he has done with great frequency tonight. It's a penalty as Indianapolis was offside, so this is a free run back for Jason Johnson as he takes it to the 32. They are out in force in Indianapolis on what's been a real holiday in this town, Halloween night. And their team leading 48-10 is Sammy Winder on Denver's first offensive play of the second half. Takes the ball out to the 36-yard line. Who dat?
another end zone. 60,000 of these masks they produce here in Indianapolis. They've been planning this for months. We have been hearing about it. But what a festive occasion.
And Dan with glasses so we can
There he is.
see the game.
That's without the bridge work.
2nd and 5, Denver from the 36-yard line. And Elway throws over the middle, and the Teal makes the catch and is close to a first down as he gets to the 42. And the Euchre seats.
They haven't given up, have they?
No, gift redo.
I don't think, I don't know how long this game could last, but I'll never get used to seeing those masks.
I've seen you in that position before.
Yeah, that's
many times.
That's the position of the Denver game plan right now, too. Upside down.
Broncos from the 42-yard line. And a one-handed catch is made, but for no gain by Clarence Kay. Ball scored through it.
You're missing components in there. It doesn't take much to hurt it more.
2nd and 9, inside handoff goes to Teal. He has the first down and a lot more. And he is bumped out of bounds at the 28-yard line by Mike.
A little soft right now.
Elway with a very deep drop, even deeper now, and then throws and completes it to Kay, and he's tackled at the 23-yard line, up at nose tackle.
Screwed that knee brace down one more time.
After the penalty, 1st and 20 from the 38-yard line. Elway rifles one for Teal, a little bit too high for Ricky, who is
And with that in mind, I think the utmost thing to Denver tonight, looking at this stage of the game, is that Elway has to survive.
2nd and 20, and here Mark turnaround. 2nd and 25 after the penalty. Elway underthrows Teal. It'll be 3rd down and 25. Chicago and Minnesota. 3rd and 25. And he throws that one behind Mark Jackson. And there's a fight that breaks out at the 40-yard line. Ezra Johnson and Jariga and Perry all involved with John.
Blue helmet tonight for being a little hostile with what's happening. If you've got any pride, you're going to fight back.
Mike Horan to kick. He angles it for the near side. And a fair catch is made and a penalty flag is thrown. Mike Pryor makes the fair catch at the 9-yard line.
Left there.
And Chardonnay on the right.
Don't worry, that pup has got a commercial. He's doing all right.
Dry sack.
Stands up to the ice.
From the 15. Albert Bentley out to the 17-yard line.
Something to do with carpet cleaning.
Yeah, right.
In a major way.
Which leads me into this Nightline promo. He could be done for the night. 2nd down and 7. We could be also. 48-10.
We know you are.
At the 18. Swings it to Bentley, and Bentley takes it to the 21-yard line.
The Colts. You'd have to think that there are some teams in this league that could use an Albert Bentley as their primary guy.
Sitting by 2 phones as we speak. 3rd down and 4. And Chandler hits Brooks for a 1st down. So the rookie out of Washington improvised. Serious is he? That's a cornerback. Willie Tullis, who's going to be the quarterback. He ran some wishbone in college, and they had him practicing as he gives to Wansley. Last week, he had hoped to come into the game last week in San Diego, but didn't.
Play quarterback in this league. I'd like to do it with a 48-10 lead.
Yeah.
Barry Dickerson behind me.
2nd down and 8 from the 38-yard line. Catch is made for a 1st down by Mark Boyer. So we start the 4th quarter in Indianapolis. Bosworth is here, huh?
Noted author.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Here's Bentley. And Simon Fletcher helps to run him out of bounds near the 41. Indianapolis on top, 48-10. Exploding right now. Next year's Monday Night Crew. Hey, there it is.
Oh no.
That's an interesting montage, and
That's right.
Thank you for making everyone ill with that last shot.
We're going to eat there after the game, you know. 2nd and 3 at the 40. Bentley, and he gives it to Verdun. And Verdun gets a block and runs out of bounds at the 33-yard line after picking up a 1st down.
What speed they have on the outside.
At the 33-yard line. Fake to Bentley. Chandler takes off and slides down at the 25-yard line, a little bit short of the 1st down.
Michigan fight song with him.
To the strains of Hail to the Victors Valiant, huh? 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line. And it's Hogeboom running that option. Gracie.
Begin at any age here in Indianapolis. Even our cameramen get into the act.
Get through 4 touchdowns yesterday.
That Michigan has not yet won the Roses. They still have to play, what, Illinois, I guess, Minnesota, Ohio State?
On 3rd and 2, George Wansley is short of the first.
The way the Indianapolis offensive line has dominated this football game, handling the Denver front 7.
Not when you have a 29 in there.
Out of the wishbone. 4th and a short 2. Option, Bentley. 1st down, and a 1st and goal to the 5.
Boy, that was pretty. 2:56.
And a touchdown for Bentley. And Dean Biasucci to boot it through, and Dan Reeves will take the flight home with his team tonight, try to regroup.
Boy, it's a tough few games coming up.
Yep. And next week, Kansas City goes to Mile High, but then they've got Cleveland.
Primal Scream Room. I love it.
And that means a plethora of Elviras.
We have the original.
Yep. Elvira's new movie, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Coming to a theater near you. 55-10 Colts. Kick is taken by Jason Johnson. And he brings the ball back out to the 23-yard line. 55 points.
In the city has gotten behind this promotion is one way to put it for tonight. Spectacular in every way. Flew in Sandy Patty. She sang the national anthem. Great singer.
Gary Kubiak is now the quarterback, with Elway back on the bench, and Johnson makes the catch out at the 32.
A big deal, and they have certainly done that here tonight. Of course, they've done it in the past with the Pan Am games that were here in '87.
Do it every year with the Indy 500.
Yeah, that's only 400,000 people.
2nd and 1. Kubiak throws over the middle, and the catch is made by Winder, and a first down out at the 41. It is a sportsman.
Much less this city that built it on the have-come.
At the 41-yard line. No gain there for Sammy Winder, and they were telling me today if the time comes when they can get a Major League Baseball.
Of course, if you talk about Major League Baseball franchise, you've got to talk about Denver as well, don't you?
Absolutely. Tops a lot of lists. 2nd down and 11 from the 40-yard line. And the pop is made on the teal by Eugene.
It all hurts. You're right. It hurts a lot more when you're down by 30, 40 points.
3rd down and 6 from the 45-yard line. And Kubiak hits Sewell. He has a first down as he's tackled at the Indianapolis 45. With Colts stay home this week, and they'll be taking on the New York Jets in a game that
She didn't come on no broom.
yeah, no way. At the 45, first down. Colts staying home. Jets come in here next week. Indianapolis will be 4-5 after this victory. A game and a half behind the Jets, who are in 2nd place. Kubiak off the teal's fingertip. 2nd down.
This has been a nightmare. That's the front view of the boss man. Has his little horseshoes on his cheeks. Looking up at the monitor here in the stadium, realizing he's made it. Where, I'm not sure, but he's made it.
His way.
Andy Warhol said it right. Stick around. Go to a Monday night game. You get about 5 seconds.
2nd and 10. Vance Johnson to the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 3. 55-10. Colts on 3rd and 3. Kubiak to Winder, and we've got flags all over the place. 3 flags thrown on 2.
Or Freddie Young, he went up there pretty high.
Right.
A lot of interest in what's happening downfield.
When's the last time you saw professional players standing around saying send money? 3rd down and 2 from the 37-yard line. Kubiak. Kay can't hold on. It'll be 4th down.
I guess it's easier when you don't have the NCAA to contend with. You can blatantly ask for some money.
Right.
Just happy to be here.
We have seen some bizarre costumes tonight.
Yep.
About 8 weeks too early up there.
Boy, that woodwork goes on and on and on, doesn't it? And another Panville's tickets were left several weeks ago, and he finally showed up. Twice.
Yeah.
And we'll see Glanville next week. And the Houston Oilers at home.
We'll probably see this guy too.
Right. Against Cleveland on Monday Night Football. 4th and 2, and they give it to Sewell on the inside handoff. And Sewell gets inside the 15 and is bumped out of bounds at the 12-yard line by Eugene Daniels.
Is that your buddy David Cohn?
Absolutely. the erstwhile journalist right there. And his ghostwriter. so to speak.
Yes, everyone in Indianapolis is proud tonight.
That's right. Denver at the Colts 12-yard line. 6:56 to play. 55-10. Indianapolis. Indianapolis, the Hoosier Dome. All Colts from the very beginning. Dickerson scoring 3 touchdowns in the first quarter alone. And Indianapolis routing Denver. 6:56 to go in the game. 55-10 Colts. 1st and 10. Denver at the 12. Kubiak hits Sewell, and he gets tackled inbounds at the 7-yard line after a gain of about 5.
Interesting play on
Surprised that Indianapolis has won this game tonight.
2nd down and 5. The surprising thing, though, is that a team can play like Denver has 2 weeks in a row. Kubiak throwing into the end zone for a touchdown. The Vance Jr. lined up for an onside kick, and loose ball. Who's got it? They've got it. Denver. So a 6:01 remaining in the game, and Indianapolis leading 55-16. Tim Lucas recovers the onside kick, and Denver will keep the football when we come back.
Al, do you believe in miracles?
Elvira, if you send me your home number, I will believe in miracles.
That would be a miracle.
That's right.
That would be the termination of one Al Michaels.
Knock it off. Denver at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Ricky Natil, he's looking to pass. Sends it back to Kubiak the other way, and right off the street, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
We have been picked clean.
Oh, boy.
Well, what do we have to look forward to now? I think it's time for Denver to go to the bone. They might go to the wishbone.
How about Cleveland and Houston?
Next week.
2nd and 10 from the 45. Browns and Oilers from the Astrodome next Monday. Kubiak, he runs out of bounds as he crosses the 50, and then stops the clock with 5:47 to play in the game. Maitre d' at a Beverly Hills eatery. Frank's out here. It's you and me, Dan.
Frank, come back.
I looked at my OG and there was a red eye. How many of you watched that game last night? Houston and Washington. Houston is back.
Quarterback's healthy again. Kozar and Moon. Shovel pass to Sewell. And Sewell staying inbounds and going all the way for a touchdown.
Will really work on in the heat of the contest, I guess. Maybe that's the way Denver's looking at it. Those aren't masks.
Carlos, who missed the last extra point, hits this one to make it 55-23. So if you made an over and under bet at 77, you've just made it.
Something to keep in mind is that this telecast is presented by the authority of the National Football League. This is strictly prohibited.
Does the lawyer who wrote that get a residual each
I don't
time
know.
it's read?
If he did, he'd be doing all right.
Bring you up to date transactions in October in the NFL. I think most of you know about Mark Gastineau and his retirement. Bernie Kosar, of course, has been activated again, and we'll see him next Monday. Quad Reves went on injured reserve, and Dan Theodore placed on waivers by the Cardinals.
Finally realized he wasn't coming back.
At least they had the decency to move before they did it.
Another onside attempt. This one is picked off by Pat Beach, and he's tackled by Carlos at the 5-yard line.
Oh, and then Carlos goes in for another shot.
There's a little flaw in that, and Pat Beach figured it out. He saw it once before. Everyone lined up outside of him.
Well, the key here is if you're the kicking team, you have to let it go 10 yards before you can touch the ball. If you're the receiving team, you don't have to let it go 10 yards. You can go take it right off the tee if you're quick enough. Pat Beach,
he had planned that all the way.
There's a good look at it from high above. Carlos trying to time it out. That ball goes about 6 yards before Pat just helps himself. And old Rich goes in for a mugging.
Yep, his second tackle of the night. He may be their leading tackler tonight. At the 6. First and 10. Hogaboom, and this time not in the wishbone. In a more conventional set. From the 6-yard line. He gives it to Bentley. Hogaboom was tripping as he gave the ball. They
had themselves quite a night.
You know, the one thing about this is, what would we have done if this wouldn't have been Halloween?
Good point.
Boy, would we have been hurt.
Second and goal. Bentley. Third and goal.
They've been hurting anyway, pal.
We'd have looked for an inflated pumpkin in about 43 fights in the stands. That's what happened the last time we had one of these.
Serious for this man.
Deadly,
very concerned. He was so concerned after last week, but he's been concerned for a couple of years trying to make a bigger football team. Hard to do when you're finishing as high and then drafting so low.
And now he's even more concerned. If it's not bad enough, they send Eric Dickerson back into the game.
On third down and goal, they figured Dickerson has scored 4 touchdowns tonight. And they may give him a chance for a 5th. And what are they going to do? They're going to call a timeout? That's what they're going to do.
Defensive change following Dickerson coming into the lineup.
Think there's a chance they might key on Eric?
He does attract attention.
Hogaboom stays in the game. And up they come in the wishbone on third and goal from the 8. And they hand it off to Wansley, who takes it to the 4-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and...
Got word from up above, perhaps, that he had a chance for the record.
4th and goal from the 4. Instead, it's Wansley, and he goes nowhere, and they turn the ball over on down. So Denver takes over. Chiefs all the way back in 1963.
And they have been flirting with that.
From the 4-yard line. Kubiak. Sewell. Similar to the expression we saw on his face in San Diego last January 31st. Kubiak runs it after the 9-yard line. Second down and 5 from the 9-yard line. Kubiak takes it to the 18-yard line, and that's a first down. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in Indianapolis, 55-23. The remnants of this big crowd remaining. Big night for the Colts. And a big night for the franchise. Their first ever Monday night appearance at home as Sewell takes the pass and takes it out to the 35-yard line. I don't believe this.
Oh, all right, Chris.
He's got an idol.
So much for Deerdorf on waivers, huh?
What a fabulous football player he is.
Man, 6 Pro Bowls, and he's got 4 already.
It's dropped, picked up by Sewell, and he takes it out to the 37-yard line. And we can tell you, there's Kenny Wolf. We promised you a shot of him. Our technical manager, Bill Freeberger. Unit manager, Ed McKenna. Frank Fieger. Bruce Clark, Joe Castellano. Mark Amento. On our crew, our research and information, as always, from Steve Hurt. And up in the booth, George Hill of the Palouse. And Malibu, Kelly Hayes, neighbor of Dickerson. We thank you, folks.
He lives in his carriage house, doesn't he?
Big night for Dickerson, big night for the Colts. And why not?
Unfortunately, he's been playing that since the first quarter. That's when the Colts played taps on the Broncos. They put them away early.
With a tap dance on them. Fumble. I do believe Denver has recovered.
So is he.
And there's more to come.
I'm going to miss these masks. I don't know about you guys, but I've grown fond of them.
Kubiak. Too tall for Jason Johnson.
We have seen it all tonight.
I don't believe it. It's amazing. Where did all of this come from? I mean, how many novelty shops and costume houses
Well, how would
can
you
there be in town?
Well, how would you like to be someone who specialized in having Halloween garb here in Indianapolis? I mean, this had to be a banner week for you.
Boy. Crowd with one final Elway chant, even though Kubiak's in the game. As Johnson makes the catch down at the 46-yard line and a first down. So Ron Meyer, who watched his team go 1-5, now watches them win 3 straight, 4-5, and a chance to get to the 500 mark this Sunday when the New York Jets visit. Mateel with 10 seconds to play in the game. Ricky makes the catch, and Denver takes a timeout. The Broncos take a timeout.
If it ends up this score, 55-23 in favor of the Indianapolis Colts, at least you can say it wasn't this close.
It could be the final play of the game. Throws a Hail Mary, incomplete. And that will do it. So for the first time ever, Monday Night Football comes to Indiana, and the Colts make it very much a night for the home folks to remember.
And for us to remember. And remember,
I'll see you guys in Houston.
Maybe. Once again, the final score, Indianapolis 55, Denver 23.